All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on this beautiful planet. Welcome to the Inner Circle Live Pre-New York session. I'm your host for this morning's session, Benny Allen, and I'm definitely happy and grateful to be here with you this morning as we take a look at the technicals and the fundamentals to see what we can take advantage of in this Forex market. So, without further ado, let's make sure that we turn off any and all distractions. Grab a pen and paper, take lots of notes. Let's make sure that we participate and engage. If everybody can hear me loud and clear, do me a huge favor. Drop me a one in the chat. Let me know that I'm good on my sound. All right. I see the ones coming in. I appreciate that. All right. So let's make sure, as always, right? Can't say it enough. Each and every day that we start out with a strong foundation and that we are looking to take massive action, that we are accepting all possible losses before entering the trade, preparing for any outcome. Let's center ourselves in body, mind, and spirit, assuring a balanced approach to trading, and that we trust in our education, strategy, trading skills, and intuition. Let's imagine our trade successfully materializing, and let's make sure that we obey our trading strategy, avoiding decisions based on greed or fear. And let's make sure that we are never looking back once the trade has commenced. So happy Friday, everybody. I hope everybody is all ready to go and that you have had an amazing week uh, so far, and that we are ready to go and see what we can take advantage of to close out the week, right? Tracking these markets. So right out the gate, let's talk about it, right? So UK economy rebounds, right? That is huge. So the British economy expanded 0.2% month over month in August 2024 after showing no growth in each of the previous 2 months and in line with expectations. The expansion was driven by gains in the services, manufacturing, and construction sectors, while extraction of crude, petroleum, and natural gas shrank. Considering the 3 months to August, the GDP grew 0.2%, right? So it's always good. We can see some growth, a little bit of an expansion from a major economy around the world. So that is huge. Stocks in Europe cautious, right? Traders continue to digest the hotter than expected inflation print. In the U.S., right, it came in a little hotter than expected. So we'll take a look at those numbers here soon. U.S. producer inflation to slow slightly, right? So we'll see uh, if that's true, right? For producer prices when that report comes out. Swiss consumer morale improves in September. So we've seen several reports around the world where morale has shown some improvement. China stocks falls as more stimulus awaited, right? So that mad rush that we saw because of the stimulus package that was introduced by China, we're starting to see some of that momentum fade a little bit. But as you see here, as more stimulus is awaited, right? So everybody's waiting on the next move. South Korea cuts rates for the first time in over 4 years, right? So again, things seem to be coming under control globally in regards to inflation. Does trade surplus smallest in 10 months, right? So uh, that's not so good. But let's move on to the Forex factory. And yesterday, everybody's waiting on the CPI data. It came in a little hotter than expected, right? So month over month, expected 0.2%, came in at 0.3. CPI came in at zero point 0.2 on a forecast of 0.1. And year over year, CPI came in slightly higher. The forecast is 2.3, came in at 2.4. Unemployment claims came in at 258,000 on the forecast of 231, right? Uh, so we didn't see, you would think, we didn't see the dollar. CPI came in hot. We didn't see the dollar take off and rally like we might think on a number like that because we got mixed data, right? Unemployment numbers came in higher than expected. So we'll continue to watch. All these signs really point to me, in my opinion, that we're looking at another 25 basis points at the next Fed meeting, not 50, right? The FOMC member speaking uh, to really sum it all up, just letting us know that hey, there was a divide, even though they all voted for the 50 basis points. There were a number of Fed members that thought that it should have been 25, right? But at the end, they all voted for the 50 basis point cut, which again provide some evidence to me, right? Again, in my opinion only, that we'll definitely probably see only 25 uh, basis points at the next Fed meeting. I think it was Bostic yesterday, Fed member Bostic, that was uh, talking and said that he wouldn't mind if they skipped it. You know, it wouldn't really bother him too much that they actually skipped the meeting, but I don't think that's going to happen. So right now, leaning more towards 25 basis points um, at that next meeting. Right? At least that's how I'm thinking right now. Today, right, we got the GDP numbers coming out for the pound. We saw that. We read about that already. We got employment numbers for the Canadian dollar, and then we've got the uh, core producer prices coming out, right? So we have CPI. Now we want to look at the PPI, which is what they were talking about in trading economics here, as their forecast is for it to slow slightly. So we'll see how that comes through. The forecast is 0.2%, and the PPI 0.1%. So we'll see if that comes in hot, right? Like we got for the CPI, or if it actually shows that it's slowing. We also have the consumer sentiment, University of Michigan consumer sentiment data coming out as well, and that's how we're going to close out the week, right? So, could see some volatility with the Canadian dollar, and then also with the U.S. dollar today as well. Any questions regarding the fundamentals? No. Joy, you posted a lot of good articles in the community. I really appreciate that. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, but that deal with Home Depot is huge, huh? Like increased market share by 50 billion.
Yes, sir. I didn't
Yeah,
even remember even hearing nothing about that in March. So when it was brought up, I went to go searching.
yeah. I appreciate that, man. So that's it. They'll take their total like market share. What was it? A trillion dollars or something like that. It's reading. So that was uh that was a pretty good article. So if anybody gets the chance to read that on Home Depot, uh, that was a major move, right? So we may be looking to buy the pullbacks on that on that Home Depot stock. And then you posted another real good one too with that with Berkshire Hathaway and their investment in Japan. So
Yeah,
that
I looked at that right before I went to bed too. So I just posted it so I wouldn't lose it.
yeah, no, I appreciate it. The That's big with Berkshire, right? Well, here's the thing. Technically, right, we've been long on the Nikkei, right? 225, and they're saying that provided a big boost to the Nikkei with Berkshire coming in and looking to invest uh, in the Japanese market. So again, we see what's going on technically, and then we always have to figure out like what's the fundamental drivers. So uh, that was an excellent article that you posted, and I appreciate the activity in the community. So thanks for doing that for sure. Uh, really good information. So I'm kind of a junkie when it comes to that. So it's always good to read up and get the inside track. So check out those articles, everybody. Um, if you get it if you get a chance. Okay. Uh, Ryan, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, bro. I'm doing well, man. How about yourself?
Man, I am doing great. It's Friday, end of the week. Looking forward to the weekend.
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah. So what's going on the fundamental front with you? Anything new that you might have read?
Nothing new that I read. I'm getting caught up a little bit. Yesterday was a crazy day,
Mm-hmm.
but
For sure.
nothing that you probably haven't already covered.
Yeah. And so, oh man, that CPI, like I said, was a little hot. I was just telling them like, hey man, just look for 25 basis points at that next meeting. But
Yeah,
we'll continue to track the data on that for sure, and we'll see what that PPI looks like today, and see if it comes in slower, if it comes in a little bit hotter, just like that CPI. Should be interesting.
yeah, for sure. I agree
Yeah.
with that.
Yep. Indeed. Anybody out there, any questions, thoughts, comments, feedback, anything that you guys have might have come across while doing your fundamental research? Not yet. Not yet. All right. Again, check out those articles, right? Joey posted. You posted some stuff on that gas too. I haven't had a chance to dive into that one though, but I'll do that today. So appreciate you posting that one. As well as we always seek to get the edge, right? So check it over on the quant box today, right? So we can see here mixed, right? Mixed, right? So not risk off, leaning towards that risk on, but mixed. We've got the Dow very bullish, the DAX very bullish, the Nikkei bullish. We just talked about that. The Nasdaq bullish, pound NZD, right? We'll try to take a look at some of those this morning as we got good news out of the UK on the pound. So we will check that out. Moving over, let's see on the let's see on the heat map. All right, get a bigger picture, see what's going on there. Right, U.S. 10-year Treasury is up. Okay, oil is up, continuing to run again to the upside, making improvements overall. We'll take a look at that. NAS, UCAD is moving up. We'll watch that one today because we've got Canadian data coming out. Euro NZD is moving to the upside. The pound NZD, right? So we've got some things moving against the Aussie NZD. So we find out what's going on with that New Zealand dollar. We got the DAX. We saw that USD JPY, right? I've got that carrying, trying to get that to 150. So we may be able to take a look at that. But let's move over and take a look at the DXY. Overall, that dollar has been moving long ever since we tapped into that support. It did not want to go below 100. And you can see that this week we have continued a bullish move on the dollar for the most part. Here we are on the daily, still pushing long, right? Okay, still pushing long. Definitely overbought, but it has made a really good run to the upside as of late, coming into the 4 hour. This is that range that we're talking about, waiting for it to break out of that range. And now we're moving pretty high, right? So we've moved up about 86%, get close, and let's see if it'll continue to run bullish and take out that A. All right. So we'll see. We're ranging right now on the 4. Okay. Little bullish momentum to start out the day. And we'll see if it continues to carry on the dollar. You can't see my screen? Everybody see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
You see my screen? Okay.
Let me reboot because it just got you circling. Let me reboot.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. All right. So that's the DXY. Any questions on the DXY? Thanks, everybody. Push along, right? We got range bound again. We broke out. Now we're ranging again, right? So it's moving sideways and then it just keeps exploding to the upside right now. So we'll continue to see how that dollar continues to move, right? Again, we've got University of Michigan consumer data today. And we've got PPI data, right? So that's a bit overextended to the upside. So let's see what happens. All right, that's that. So right out the gate, you good now, Joy? All right, cool. Right out the gate, any particular pairs, right? It's Friday. Any particular pairs that you all want to take a look at right away before we move on with the session? Take a look at GJ. All right, let's do it. Let's move down. Look at this. Look at this pound yen. We'll look at it from the top down. Right. So we are continuing, right? Looking at this monthly level, we are continuing to push long, right? It's from the monthly chart. And So again, right, just continuing, right, to make moves. So a little bit sideways here, but we've got some bullish momentum. Get a clear picture coming down to the lower time frames. All right, so we are continuing to move long, right? Good double bottom here in the zone, around 50%. And so what we want to see is, hey, it's starting to make this U-turn. Can we get back above the highs here and to continue running towards that D extension? I definitely like for this to stay bullish. We just got good news, right? Coming out of the UK, some positive economic data, right, in regards to growth. So let's see if this could carry through, right? That's putting in a nice low here on this 4-hour chart. And so maybe we could take the ride from there, right? If you're not involved in it. Right. Another 850 pips or so to the upside, right? So we've already off this second half of the double bottom, you're already up 443 pips or so. So let's see if we continue to get it running coming down to the 1 hour. Right, I had that sub pit running off of there. Let's pull this off. Trying to figure out where to catch next move. So we're running long from here. Here's your 1 hour, 61.8 pull back. And we've got a D extension on your 1 hour, 196.24. About 152, 150 pips away. All right. So that's what we're looking like on the pound yen. So if you're long on that, stay long, right? I know I'm sitting long on the dollar yen. I know Ryan, know you're long on the EJ too as well, right?
Yes, sir. Both of them.
Yep. So let's see if we can continue to hold those long positions with some of these yen pairs. Any questions on the pound yen?
Nope, no question.
All right. Appreciate it. Okay. Tyrone, how are things going across the pond?
It's nice and sunny over here, man. Everything's good.
That's good, man. Got some positive data coming out of the UK this morning. So good. That's good,
Absolutely.
man. Hey, I have really started to get into. I watched the Supercell. I'm starting to get into a lot of these Netflix, you know, shows with the British actors. Pretty good stuff.
Oh, do you know what? I haven't really been on the Netflix hype right now, but I've heard there's been quite a few some good series that are out that are based in the
Oh,
UK as well.
oh yeah, oh yeah. I forget the name of the one that I'm about to get into. Hopefully, if I find some time to see what is the name in that. I have to post it in the community. But yeah, man, excellent acting. Really good stuff.
Oh,
Really,
well, of
really,
course,
really good really good content.
of
So
course, man. That's the UK for you.
yeah, yeah. I can dig it.
Best,
Hopefully, I
one
get
of the best actors in the world. Some of them.
Oh, I know, right? I know. Very good. So if you guys get a chance right on Netflix to check out, don't just scroll past that stuff. It's really good. Really good. So check it out for sure. So hopefully get to come over there and visit one day. Always a place I wanted to come check out. So yep. Yep. So that's the GJ. Let's take a look at gold. Um, see what we're doing. Right? Globally, remember, hey, we're still in environments where uh we're looking to cut. So I still look for gold to make its runs. All right. So we're kind of just in a funny space, right? With gold, right? Moving back to the upside, this 4-hour chart is way overbought, right? So let's look at this on the daily. .net. What time frame are you trading this
Morning. I'm looking at it on the 15.
On the 15? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go down. Let's go down. Let's go down to the 15. That's kind of in a funny spot.
Yeah.
So on a so let me clear this out and go down to the 15 chart to see what we've got going. So let me try to track this low.
It's been given some gas, then stop, go back. I'm like,
Yeah, this is man, okay.
yesterday it did come out of our zone. Looked like it pushed up overnight. So
Yeah. That's a tough spot, right? Because I wonder, I don't want to buy it from here, right? So if I'm on this 15, maybe if we could get it to move and make another, a lower low, right, to come into that buy zone, maybe look to see if it'll run then.
yeah.
Um, I wonder how it's gonna react to the CPI data today. I mean
So I'm
the
gauging it
PPI
from
data.
I'm gauging it also from the daily. The daily has it looks like a morning star that's forming, but it pulled back.
Okay.
First candle pulled back, so I don't know what it'll do.
Yeah, I would take it just off of this leg here. I wonder if it's hmm, this is gonna be interesting cover because we know from the higher time frame perspective, right? It's kind of high in the zone. It's not in the sweet spot yet. It could turn over and correct further to the downside. I mean, if somebody, I got out 2,600, but if you're still holding it long, right, I would still hold that position. It's just correcting. Um, man, this can go either way. That's a nice little run to the upside of the 15. Let's look at the daily. Wow, that may continue to run to the extension. Done that. Yeah, I
That's
don't
your
know if it.
weekly. That's your weekly. Let's see your daily.
Oh, that's the weekly. Sorry about that. Let's see. I mean, it's in the buy zone, right? So we actually we don't have a swing low here yet, right? So we don't have it there yet. So the way I would play it, right, is to see. I would wait to see if we get an official loader form there, right? Looking at this daily, and if it forms, right, so that second candle could pull back further, right? So to me, the cleanest look would be, hey, can I get a there's resistance. So from this daily time frame, I would wait to see if we get more of a correction, which that would fall in line with like your 15-minute chart for a deeper pullback. So I would kind of wait on this because we don't have an official low here that's formed on the daily. So, but we've got a stochastic that's way oversold. So we may be ready to run from here. But me, the way I've been trading lately is I would wait to see if I could get that second candle to the right to see what that looks like to form support. and then I would probably take a shot at
Okay, sounds
it. I would
good.
probably take a shot at it because it's volatile. There's a whole lot that's going on that's impacting it, right?
Yeah.
It's pegged against the dollar, which has been moving pretty strong to the upside. So I would just be patient, right? And see. So we've got we're here at 2641. I will wait for a second daily candle close. And if that's gonna be my low, right? I can park it below the low. Or if you find the low on the lower time frame, because then we're gonna have another low here like that, right? And then if that second candle kind of comes down a bit, that's cool, right? Because that's giving me a lower price to try to get involved to see if it wants to make the run on. At that point, I would get involved because it's kind of in a tricky spot when you look at it from the lower time frames. But if it gives me that second candle and forms a low, then I would look to see if it wants to run bullish.
Okay, thanks. I like how it looks on the weekly too. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
weekly.
yeah, because it looks like the man, it's like it's gonna keep pushing. Um, I mean, but that that's what it's been doing all year. So let's see what happens. But I would say, hey, I've got time to be patient, to see if it wants to correct a little more, and then look to get involved with it if this low holds up. All right, so that low is 2601, right? 2601. So as long as we stay above that 2601, 2600 really. All right, if we stay above that 2600, which is the target that we had set, which was that previous D extension, then we may look to just continue to run at least back up to, to resistance at 2670, and then from there, right, who knows? Maybe we reject and push further down, but for shorter term buy opportunity, maybe, hey, we've got a floor. Now we look to see if we can get it to run to the ceiling at 2670.
Okay,
All
I
right.
appreciate it. Yeah. Thank
Yep,
you.
no problem. Joe said she got long at 2611. Okay. All right. Drop the cloud. From which time frame? This daily, Joy? Oh, the 1 hour. Okay. So let's go down to some work within the same workspace. Let me pull this off. Let's go down to the one. Yep. So we got a cloud break. Got a bullish cloud up ahead. So let's see. All right. Let's see if it wants to pull back. All right. To test the cloud, which will kind of fall in line with what we're talking about on the daily time frame. Do we want to pull back, test, right, and then move up? So let's look at the structure today. Um, after the data, U.S. consumer sentiment, uh, producer price index, right, comes out, and see what happens with that, right? Because that's been corrective, and we've made lower low, right? Is this going to be a lower high and continue to push down, or do we hold and get long, right? So looking at that daily, looking for that daily swing low to form. Let's see what happens. Okay. Appreciate it, Joy. It's an interesting technical setup right now. All right, so let me go back to the default template. And well, what, let's put this on, right? Joy's talking about the cross on the 15. Yep. Spot on, Joy. All right. Beautiful crossover on the 15. So again, do we get a pullback and a continuation? Not the easiest read right now as far as what's going forward. So let's just continue to be patient. Right now, I wouldn't want to buy it. Right, we looked at that off that lower leg. Right, so we would want it to turn over and move lower for the ideal buy. Maybe we test the 200. Okay, looking at it that way. So a few different ways to look at it. See if we pull back a little bit further. That's that. Good stuff. Good back and forth on that. Should be interesting.
Keyword is patience.
Yeah. Gotta have it. Gotta have it. So, all right, good stuff. Any no other, that was it. Gold and GJ, we sound like YouTube. So Gold and GJ. All right. So
Hey,
we'll
Ben,
take, yes, sir.
can you look at the MCHI?
Yeah, where did I have it?
Some folks are talking about a potential another stimulus
Yep.
being announced this weekend.
Do I have this in my three?
283 billion.
There we go, right here. Another stimulus. Oh, and it's got a good pullback too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw that this morning here, where it was just like a China stocks fall as more stimulus awaited. So this is man, let's track this one off the daily. See where we're at first. Double bottoms here, double bottoms here. And you hit profit on this, right? Already.
Yes. I'm watching this pullback. I started scaling in a new entry.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Could come deeper, but
I definitely think it's gonna continue to rally eventually, right? We come into this zone here, that would be great.
yep.
So let me I like this area right for time. Let's start here and then work our way back. It's just
Whilst you're doing the analysis on this is the China stock, isn't it?
yes,
Gotcha.
yes, it is, right? This is the ETF. Um it is it's a nice one too that's running, right? So as soon as those are just the things that we know what uh any type of stimulus does, whether if it's the UK that's doing it, the US that's doing it, the Eurozone that's doing it, we know that it usually creates a good run, in the stock markets, right? And so this is the iShares China ETF. Um, so we'll see if we have time. We could jump into the breakdown of it, but this is giving us a nice healthy pullback. So this is definitely one that we want to have on the radar. So that took that out on the 4. So we'll stay on the daily tracking this one. That's a nice, like I said, that's a nice healthy direction there. So we'll watch this one for the daily. That's the larger fib. That's the one that makes the most sense to me. Right? So this is where we'll monitor this. Okay. We got a stochastic still headed down. And so I'm gonna sit and wait, be patient for this one. And right, you said you already started to build a small position back into it, right?
Yes.
All right. So I am going to mark this area right here. Okay, come straight across here. Like so. See if we can get this to move down right into the zone. See if we get a bounce. And right, did you say there's a possibility over the weekend?
Yes, there's a country's finance minister will announce a highly anticipated briefing on Saturday.
Okay.
And they're expecting him to announce additional stimulus ranging from 1 trillion yuan to more than 3 trillion yuan. Most people are betting on around 2 trillion,
Mm-hmm.
which is like 283 billion dollars.
Oh wow. Wow. Some more coming. So this is one that we definitely want to watch, everybody. Put that on your hot list. Right? Especially if you're trading Darwin, you know, it's sitting right there to be traded. All right.
So it's gonna jump up by the time we get it, right? Because if it happens
It
over the weekend, market.
yeah, it may gap up, which is Ryan has started building this position in it already. You know, so it may gap up, but you get in it early, you know, and maybe take it for the ride. Get in it before the market closes in anticipation of it, right? And just make sure you got your risk worked out in case it pushes lower, you know, then you're still good. I mean, so the expectation is we want to see this get back bullish. So if that's going to play out, right, then eventually it's going to get long. So even if you had a little bit of drawdown, right, which is why you take a, you know, maybe quarter or half the position that you would normally take, you know, and see if you get the U-turn from where it's at now, great. You know, if not, it pushes lower, and maybe you look to uh, run a position from that lower price. Uh, you know, and if that's you're looking right, I know you're looking to hold that, you know, more so over the long term too, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So, you know, just slowly building a position in that, expecting that to continue to run long. So not necessarily looking for the perfect position, just just fundamentally, you know, expecting it to continue to move to the upside. So this is a good one. So while we're here, we'll take a look at that could be a money maker there, right? Once we get that U-turn. It already has been. This VTI right? Looking at this 4 hour. So this is the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index. I am continuing to hold this one long, right? And so we've got it. We've got an extension here on this 4 hour at 292.72. So we got a little ways to go. We're at 283.99, right? And so we're holding above that daily support level. So we're looking for it to come in at this extension, level. If we take this crown off and we move higher, right? You can see that we've got a D extension there at 295, right? So all in all, looking to continue bullish on BTI. You can see how we put in on our daily right here, right? So when we look at those secondary entries or look to add, you can see where we've held at this daily level at the B boundary pretty much in that zone. And so you can see we put in the higher low, right? So we'll see if we can continue to get a move long, right? So I'm just overall I'm bullish on the stock market right now. Here in the United States, right? And it's looking pretty good so far. Any questions on that? Has anybody started trading any of these that we've been pointing out?
I've started smart sheets.
Okay. Okay. So you got an Adobe, you're holding Adobe. Okay. All right. Yeah. So let's play them, right? Let's play them. Let's make moves on 'em. This is VGT, right? Which I am not in, but I'm already in it. This is the which one says this is the Vanguard Information Technology Index Fund. So as tech goes, this is going, right? XLK. You're saying you're in that one, Jeremy, or you want to take a look at it? My bad. You didn't have control over your microphone.
Yeah, playing that one.
You said you're in that one?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Awesome. Okay. All right. All right. So good, right? Take a shot on like this is running pretty good. Okay. Running pretty good. So I was remarking this one, but let's run it off the low, see where we are in regards to this fib, our fib level on the daily. I gotta go back in and put my levels in. All right. Man, that's clean. All right. So we expect that 611 level to be hit. That is absolutely beautiful. You can't get any better than that. So we're headed towards that 611 target on VGT. I gotta do this one. Get my levels in. Yeah. So SCHG, right, is starting to continue to push along, right? Looking at this from the daily. Right? So this is your swab, right? US large cap growth ETF. Looking good to the upside. All right. Push it long, right? Putting in another low, right? Starting to form another low here. Stochastic in the buy zone. So looking to run long still. These are good. These are good positions, right? Really good trade opportunities. So XOP, that's I need to add that. That's the oil and gas, right? Am I right in saying that? Right? That's the spider, right? I think so. So let me look it up. I'm pretty sure it is, right? Yep. Let's check it out. Let's do it. Let's do. So we'll add that because I haven't added that. So let's put that in. SOP. So what is it? Why is it not coming? Do we have another? That's on the. Is there another symbol for that? I wonder why that's not pulling up on the XOP. Oh, did I put that? Did I type it in wrong? Uh-uh. There we go. Sorry about that. I did SOP, didn't I? All right. I was about to say it should be showing up on. So let's take a look at it. All right, on the monthly. Kind of moving sideways on us, right? Looking a bit bullish this month though, which makes sense. So let's just starting to see that recovery. Right. Let's drop some sevens in the chat for this one, right? Appreciate you bringing this one up because I didn't have it listed. But this is a good one that we can trade. All right. Let's get our levels in. So expand this a bit. Drop down to our weekly. That. Start weekly levels in. Come down to our daily. Mark this one up in red. Just this one. So. Okay. So right now, this is what we are on our daily chart. Let me zoom out. Let's see if range. See what our fib looks like coming off the low. Get the catch. Go forward. Super choppy. Get sense. Yeah. So this one took out the A here. So I wonder, right? We don't have the stochastic alignment yet, but we can see off this recent push. What I'm interested in seeing is if this area right here holds. Right, so this zone right here, I don't know how to do it, but we've got resistance right here that's trying to act as support, but we don't have the alignment yet with our stochastic, right? So be patient and wait, right? So there we are there off the low. And let's see what happens there, right? So we got an extension at 145, right? That's going to track higher. And so if I'm looking at a position, so here's ideally off the daily, right? At that low at the 61.8 coming off here in that push, but there could be right, secondary opportunity here at this level to get long. Right? So if we take a look at this, right, from our lower time frame, if we come out to the 4, right, you can see we've already got that low established 4-hour stochastic is in the buy zone. So I wonder if this is just going to continue to run long from here, right? See if this level holds up, right? So that's where the opportunity is on this right now, right? Do we continue to get long from here? We're oversold on the 4, so looking for a move to continue bullish, right? If you take that early, right, off this 4-hour, right, you put it just below your stop, just below that zone, right? If you're waiting on it on a daily, then you want to wait a little bit longer to see if it actually forms an official swing low on that daily chart. But that would be the opportunity if this is going to continue to get long. Yeah. So that's that, right? Because we started. The reason why I'm looking at it like this is because we started to put in right some higher highs and some higher lows off this level, right? So you can see how we made a clean, a really clean. That's the Joey. That's the spider S&P gas and oil and gas. What is it? Oil and gas exploration and production. So it's an oil and gas ETF, right? So we've seen how we've reversed out here, and the reason why I'm like, okay, I'm thinking long is because you see how we retested this level and price took off, right? And now we're here. So is this going to be our official higher low? Pass resistance becomes future support, and then do we run from it? Right? It's just a matter of uh, what time frame you're trading in on and where you want to take it from in regards to the low. We know the lower we move through the time frames, the more that low is going to be established, right? Because you got more candles, right, that are formed. Whereas on our daily, we're not quite there yet. On your 4, you do have the low, right? So if you make the decision to take it from, right, you put your stop somewhere below that low and then let it run and see if it'll take off for you. If you missed, right, that initial moving higher. See that there? Beautiful. That's a beautiful pullback there. So you're looking at a secondary opportunity. We almost closed and hit the extension off the 4, but we didn't quite get there. So we want to see this if it can continue to make that push long. That's a good one, right?
Benny, was that if you squeeze it in a little bit, was that the head completed for inverted or?
Uh, what are we talking right here?
Yeah,
No, because we didn't push up to that. See, here would have been your neckline, right?
yeah.
Right. So we didn't make it there on that first run. But I like what you're seeing though because it respected that level, didn't it? It respected that level, but
It came back
technically
though. It came back to it.
it
So
did. Yeah, it came right back to it. That's what I'm saying. It respected it. So technically head and shoulders, no, because we didn't push all the way up here for that neckline and come back down. I like it. I like the observation because it held. It held. It's textbook there. Yeah. Butterfly or a godly could be. Right. So let's see. I don't know what in Darwin, I'm not sure. Um, because I haven't traded it. Yeah, XOP. I wonder if probably not. I was thinking like Exxon. I've traded that before. But I don't know if it's showing up. I don't see it on the I don't see it on the Darwin. Um I don't see it. I wonder there's gotta be something. We'll have to hunt it down. There's gotta be something similar to it somewhere. There's a Vanguard Energy ETF. I have to look and see what the breakdown is on that to see what it is. I'll look at that energy ETF to see if it's similar, what the breakdown is, and then we'll go from there. But that's it. Anything else we want to take a look at before we log off this morning? Lots and lots and lots of good opportunities to trade. Really good price action. Nope.
SMR, the sheets thing, SMR,
SMR,
SMAR.
SMAR.
Yeah.
Let's pull it up. We can knock that one out. Yeah, wrap it up. SMAR. Let me.
I think that was a smart sheet one that
Yeah, it is. SMA. Yep. So what's what's the details on this? Anybody?
That's the one that Robert Smith, black
Oh,
billionaire, he
yeah.
purchased.
Okay.
Yeah,
I honestly like the price amount that it's put in at right now. So
Yeah.
$55 is not a bad price.
No. Oh, so it's an AWS partner. Smartsheet AWS partner to synchronize data into Amazon Q business.
yeah, and there's quite a few large organizations around the world that they use their tech.
They use their what? Sorry.
That are integrated with their systems.
Oh Lord, look at this. That's moving, right? Why that look like that?
I looked at it this week and it moves a lot.
Oh hey, I like to trade anything that moves. All right. As long as it doesn't move like the Euro GBP, I'm good. There we go. Look at this. Nice.
It's just at a critical zone right there. Does it want to move up or drop? I'm waiting for the drop.
Josh the sevens in the chat for this one. Tyrone laughing, man. For real, that Euro GBP is terrible. All right, so let's put these levels in. Drop it down to our weekly. Man, oh man. Yeah. It's out the gate, right? My goodness. Weekly levels. Some daily levels in. What is this though? Right? These tight range.
Yeah, it's just been ranging there all week, so it's interesting.
It is. What? Crazy. Right? But it's been moving pretty good. I like that we discover new things in this group, right? And we tell each other about it. Unlike some of my friends, right, back in the day, be like, "Oh, you didn't buy such and such." Like 3 months later, like what? Like, well, no, you didn't tell me, right? Scarcity mindset. Yes, you didn't let me know. What kind of crazy stuff is this? But in this group, we can help each other out, right? So Joyce said you just posted the article in the community. Yeah, like, oh, I bought that 3 months ago. Like, what? Like, well, I missed a move now. Yeah, you really my friend? What do you mean 3 months ago? Crazy stuff, right? That was before, right? You know, I knew anything about technical analysis, really about the stock markets, period. But now I do know. So the reason how I sold you, how you sold your XRP, yeah, man, it's nonsense, right? So this is where we are. This is where we are on the daily. So we got a bit of a gap. That's a weird spot. I don't know. Like this is crazy. I don't know if I've ever seen this before. So I guess we have to wait. I guess we have to wait and see where we broken out. Like if we like once we break out. But that's all I got. But it's definitely looking bullish though. I mean, we never got a real pullback. But like you said, that's what you're waiting on, right? To see if price wants to pull back.
Yeah, I mean, I like the pin bar right there, so
Yeah. So that's a good one. We'll watch it. Is definitely gonna break out, right? So maybe we get a break in a retest. That would be a good one because that's tightly wound right now. So when it goes, it's gonna go. It's just a matter of what direction. All right, so let's keep an eye on that. SMAR. We know all about it now. We got the details. And so that is a wrap. Ryan, anything before we close out?
No, sir. Great session, bro. I appreciate you as always, man.
All right. Hey everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. We'll be here tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Forex Weekly Ritual. Bye for now.
Thanks, man.
bye.